Good day, everyone. This is Sir Don, and welcome to another learning session. Today, we're going to have writing an incident report, which is lesson number 10. And if you would look back, last week we have dealt with writing a memo. Okay, let me read to you the learning objectives of today. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to define an incident report. Bakit mahalaga siya? Saan siya ginagamit? Okay, identify the good characteristics of a good incident report. What are the qualities that you need to consider so that you would have a good incident report in case that you need to file or you need to write one, and of course, to be able to write an incident report. But before that, let's have a lesson review. No, kung matatandaan ninyo, last week we have dealt with memorandum or writing memo. Tandaan natin, pag sinabi nating memo, this is a short piece of writing used by an officer of an organization to communicate within the organization. Sinabi pa nga natin and we defined that this is a note to assist the memory. Okay? There are a lot of purposes when it comes to writing a memo. It is not just about giving messages or informing someone, but it may be used as to convey scheduled message, submitting periodical reports, communicating changes in organization, using or issuing instruction to the staff, conforming a decision, asking certain special information, and even writing suggestion. I want to take note also that aside from the purposes, there are sections that you need to consider also when writing a memo. And these are, of course, the heading segment, the opening segment, the context segment, and also the task segment. Now, we have to proceed with the topic for today, which is about incident report. Since this is a report, let us first define ano nga ba ang isang report, no? A report in the context of an incident report serves as a permanent record of incidents, events, problems, and the likes. Because sinusulat natin siya. This is a written communication. And as well as we are informing, of course, this serves as a permanent account or a record of incident, kung ano yung nangyari, ano yung event, or ano yung naging problema, or and things like that. No? In like manner, a report provides for information on activities. It may compile statistical information, identify problems and or concerns in the community, or identify training needs. In the context of incident report, of course, there are sensitive information here that may be presented. This is the reason why it is confidential. Okay? To sum up, incident report or reports which documents an unusual, take note of that, unusual occurrence within a company. Okay? Sa business communication, ang incident report ay isang formal na dokumento na inilalabas kapag may naganap na hindi inaasahang pangyayari. Katulad ng sinabi natin, unusual occurrence sa loob ng isang kumpanya or organization. The purpose of this is to record all of the details about the incident so that it could have or we could have a written account which will serve as a record or a written record which serves as a basis or maaaring pagbatayan ng management ng isang organisasyon sa pag-iimbestiga, pagdedesisyon at paggawa ng preventive measures. Now, there are guidelines or rather instructions when we write an incident report. Okay? These are the things that you have to consider when you are writing one. Number one, you need to write a summary of the incident. Ano ba yung nangyari? You need to give a context or an overview. Aside from that, no, kapag nabigyan mo na ng context or summary kung anong nangyari, you state what happened in chronological order. So there is an element of time and chronology in this incident report or writing an incident report. Kasi mahalaga yung chronology when we are narrating an incident. So hindi pwedeng nanakaw muna bago may nagnakaw, for example. Hindi pwedeng nawala muna bago may kumuha. So there should be an element of sequence here, of timeliness here. So dapat chronological yung pagsasabi natin or ayon sa pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga nangyari. Okay? You also have to note any other details pertaining to the incident. These are supporting details and evidences that we have mentioned a while back. Aside from that, you have to list the people who were directly involved in the incident. So, syempre, sa isang insidente, may mga involved na tao. This is the reason why it should be confidential also, no? And, of course, it has to be present there or presented there, yung mga tao na involved doon sa insidente na nangyari. And lastly, when it is complete, you have to double check. You have to read through the report again to check for inconsistencies or missing pieces of information since this is confidential. In light of that, I would like to present ano yung mga qualities ng isang good incident report. Of course, a good incident report should be accurate and specific. Since this is an incident report, accuracy and specificity are needed. No, dapat accurate yung mga details na binibigay natin. Dapat specific din since we're pertaining to specific event. So, hindi dapat siya vague, hindi siya malabo and accurate yung mga sinasabi natin doon since this is a confidential document. And since there should be an accuracy and specificity, it should be factual. Okay, dapat kung ano yung sinasabi natin doon ay makatotohanan. Especially that may mga taong involved or may event na involved or mayroong incident na involved, no? Next, dahil factual ito, dapat objective. Hindi siya subjective, no? Wala tayong kinikilingan. We're just narrating and reporting the incident in an objective manner. Okay? It has to be clear also and complete, no? Dapat maliwanag. As to accuracy, specificity, and being factual. So, dapat clear ito, hindi ito maligoy, specific ito, and kompleto yung detail. Yeah. Okay, kompleto yung mga details, yung mga tao na involved, anong nangyari, mga information na kailangan. Okay, kasi mahirap isolve ang isang problema or ang isang insidente especially if we're going to use this as a basis kung hindi naman kompleto or bungi-bunga yung information na pinipresent natin doon sa incident report. Also, it has to be concise. Complete but concise. No? It shouldn't be too lengthy. No? Kompleto pero direct to the point. And organized also. Diyan napapasok yung chronology. Okay? Dapat may pagkakasunod-sunod. It should be cohesive. It should be well organized. Hindi pwedeng nauna yung pangdulo. Say for example. And of course, since this is a document, written document within the organization, institution, or company, it has to be grammatically correct. No, there should be an observance of structure and mechanics of the language, specifically if we're going to use English as the language in this written communication. So dapat, since ito ay isang business letter, dapat yung mga punctuations, capitalizations, and grammatical structures ay correct and appropriate. And also, as sabi pa dito, light on abbreviations. As much as possible, we want to maintain and attain clarity. And of course, pag sa incident report, pag sinabi nating light on abbreviation, ang ibig sabihin yan ay limitahan natin or iwasan natin ang paggamit ng abbreviation kung kaya. Okay, maliban na lang kung siguradong alam at pamilyar ang lahat ng makakabasa doon sa abbreviation na yan. Since we are talking about clarity here. Yon. Now, I have here a sample incident report. So, makikita ninyo katulad ng conventional business letter, merong address, no, ng recipient, or yung tinatawag din nating inside address. Si Miss Krisha Valenzuela and the details here and the location. And then there is a salutation here. And aside from that, meron tayong body of the letter. Diyan napapasok yung mga sinabi nating details kanina in chronology. Makikita nyo na rin, andyan yung mga tao na involved, students involved and their details, no? And also the other necessary details na diniscuss natin kanina. Then after that, like conventional letters, meron tayong complementary clause, and of course signature block. So that is a sample of an incident report. You may use this as a basis because you are going to write one. Okay. I have given here some of the topics, and you will write one. So just choose one among these 5 topics, and we are going to use a criteria for grading here. It's indicated here, so kindly read first before doing your incident report. And if you would look back at the Google site, the lecture or this lecture is available, and there is a submission bin there. So what you have to do is to upload your incident report in the submission bin under the check tab sa ating Google website. If you have any questions and clarifications, feel free to message me, and I'll be very happy to assist you my best of ability. This has been Sir Don. Today we have discussed writing incident reports, and thank you so much.